For the remonstrances, Representative Power.
It is tough for me to follow Representative Doherty, but I do have concerns I want to share. Colleagues, you may have seen the Oregonian article yesterday evening reporting that a one-time fee bill to fully fund DEQ's initial efforts to clean up our toxic air is dead. It was characterized as a, quote, win for Oregon's industrial lobbyists, who also killed a separate clean air initiative this session that would have cracked down on cancer-causing soot spewed from high-polluting diesel engines, end quote. Colleagues, I'm going to read to you an excerpt from my legal intern, Dana, when she testified before my subcommittee. I was working on preparing my written testimony for this hearing yesterday when I received a text from my partner to come home telling me that our 2-year-old son, who has pneumonia, was not breathing well. I rushed home and looked at my son for a whole 5 seconds before scooping him up and hurrying to the ER. It turns out my son does not have pneumonia. He was misdiagnosed, but instead my 2-year-old has reactive airway disease. For those of you who don't know, it's generally caused by exposure to pollution. My son, who was born with such strong lungs that he was a rare baby in the high altitude of Colorado who did not receive oxygen upon being born, he had to have 7 breathing treatments and a steroid just to breathe yesterday. I have been working in air advocacy for the last year, very involved in the Cleaner Air Oregon process and the diesel bill, and I am dumbfounded that advocating for cleaner air feels like such an uphill battle with so many of our lawmakers. We cannot choose whether or not we breathe air, and the folks who are living in this state are literally being poisoned by the air we breathe. Don't wait until it is your child to become motivated to do something. Portland, Oregon is #1 in the nation for respiratory distress, according to the latest National Air Toxics Assessment. EPA states that we have an additional 460 deaths as a result of diesel emissions a year. Levels of cadmium and arsenic in southeast Portland are high enough to raise the cancer risk from 1 case in a million to 1 in 10,000. These people are my constituents. These are not numbers. These are people with faces and lives, and you have a chance to protect them today by passing HB 2269. An asthma visit to the hospital comes with an average cost of $5,911. That's the average. The cost can range from $400,000 to $28,000. The economic impact of asthma in the United States as a whole has been estimated to be $5.8 billion. House Bill 2269 would have levied a one-time supplemental assessment totaling $1.1 million in order to continue DEQ's modeling, public engagement, research, and data system collection. $1.1 million. This is how we pay for most regulation oversight in the state. Colleagues, I want to believe that while we may disagree based on policy differences, that we share a fundamental commitment to protecting the health of our kids. Please help elevate this effort in our last remaining days together. Thank you.